How's it going, everybody? My name's Kobe, and today we're doing something a little bit different. Today we're going to be doing a bow revival. I have a customer's 2003 Hoyt ZR200 MagnaTec. We got some new strings from Tony Sangelosi over at 3308 Strings, and this bow has been without a string and hasn't been in the woods for many years. This customer had it sitting up in his garage as you see it. The strings blew off on it. I went through, checked the limbs, checked the cams, and everything seems to be good. So we're gonna go ahead and get these new strings on for him, get them all set up, get them tuned up, and get them back in the woods this season. So stay tuned. So we just got the strings on the old girl. She's starting to look really good, coming along nicely. All I did was slap them on. So our timing marks are right in here. They're just inside the limb. It's kind of hard to see, but what you want is you want these cables to run through these center timing marks. This is just to get us close, and then what I'll do after that is I will actually set it up in the draw board. I'll draw it back and I will visually make sure that the draw stops hitting at the exact same time. That the cams are in sync, and then yeah, so this side's off a little bit farther than the other side. So I'm going to start by twisting up this side and getting this close, and we will kind of just go back and forth just a little bit and get it close, and then I will go ahead and make sure that our string is twisted up good. I don't want it too twisted or too untwisted, so that when I put the peep sight in, it won't twist on me. So we'll go ahead and get this all in spec. We'll check our axle to axle, our brace height, and then once we got it in the draw board, check timing. Once timing's good, I'll double check poundage, let off, holding weight, all that good stuff. And then at that point, it's pretty much just getting it set up, center shot set, D-loop, peep sight, the small stuff. So just coming along good, a little bit more. I flipped the bow around so you can get a better look at these timing marks that I'm talking about. They're right here inside the limb. So these are the timing marks I'm talking about. You can see those lines there, and it's kind of dark there, but you can see it there, right there. And ideally you want the string to run right through the center of it. I've got it pretty close here, as you can tell. It's about the same on each side. I'll show you this side so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about here. So they're pretty close. You can see they're real close as far as being in the center. I'd say they're really close to being the same. So now what I'm going to do is, now that I got them really close, our axle to axle is almost spot on. I'm going to go ahead and throw a D-loop on it, just close to center shot with where the rest is and where it needs to be. Just get it kind of close, because I'm going to need that D-loop to use the draw board. And then I'm going to use the draw board to do the final tuning and check final tune, make sure everything's good there. So we'll go ahead and get started doing that now. Alrighty, so this is where we're at. Camera died on me while I was doing the D-loop. So we do have the D-loop installed, obviously, because I got it in the drawboard. As you probably just saw, I was going through doing final tuning on the drawboard. Our tune, kind of hard to see, is perfect. This is our draw stop here, it is hitting perfect, and our cable on the top is exactly where it needs to be. Everything looks good there. Last thing I'm doing is, this is a 1.5 system. So as you can see here, this has a split bus cable. So what that does is that affects your cam lean. So what you have to do is you have to go through and check your cam lean. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell here. I've been messing with it a little bit, but we do still have just a little bit of cam lean here that I'm gonna go through and get squared away. So I've already put some twists in this side to bring it back over. It's still leaning just a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a couple twists out of this, see where it falls, and we'll go from there. So yeah, so far so good, looking awesome. Gonna be ready to shoot here really quick. Cam lean is taken care of. It's gonna be a little hard to see, but let's see if I can get a shot of it. So this is straight back. You can kind of notice how now the string, you can kind of notice how the string is actually running down the center of the string groove now, even though it's at full draw. You can see that cam isn't wanting to lean one way or the other now. When you look straight down the back of the bow, you can follow that string right down the center of the string groove. So our cam lean's good now, so that means our cam is sitting completely straight. This split bus cable system also does affect the preload on the limbs, because as you can see, the 1.5 systems will be running split limbs, and you don't want more preload on one limb than the other. You want it to be equal, because that'll cause issues with tuning, things like that. So not only are you getting this cam sitting perfectly straight and level, but you're also adjusting the preload on these limbs so that they're exactly equal. So now everything is in time and in tune. We are good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead, take this out of the drawboard. We're gonna throw, I got a couple little extras. He didn't have any of this stuff, so he needed a peep sight. I had an extra, so I'm gonna throw this peep sight in it. It's just your standard, I don't know what size peep sight. I got an extra kisser button I'm going to throw on there for him. We're going to go ahead, get that taken care of, get this tuned up, and then we'll get it back to the owner. I'm sure he's going to be really stoked to get back in the woods with this. It's been up on the wall for years. Went from wall hanger to workhorse. Alrighty, she's all tuned up and ready to go. We got a kisser button on, peep sight in, D-loops installed, tune is perfect. We've got the cam timing perfect. We've eliminated all the cam lean, so the cam is sitting perfectly level now, and she's ready to go. So that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for this video. Thank you, Tony at 330 Strings. He did an awesome job on this set for this 03 Hoyt. We turned this Hoyt from wall hanger into a workhorse. So big thank you to Tony over there hooking this customer up on this set of strings. He did an awesome job. And as well, if you're looking for any arrows, it is getting close to that time. It's about time for deer season. If you're looking for a new set of arrows, look no further than Deer Crossing Archery. Make sure you go take a look at them. Daniel will get you hooked up right, and he'll get you a set of arrows before it's time to go back out into the deer woods. All right guys, that's gonna be it for this one. Have a good one.